Hey everyone, it's Matt here. Welcome to another episode of Fishing Legless. This channel is all about having a ton of fun learning to fish in Thailand. So if you're new, please consider subscribing.
Till you find your way back home.
So I got a call from a couple friends last night that they were going to go to this fishing park that just opened up recently, and they said that it actually has a specific type of fish that I've wanted to catch for a really long time, and I haven't been able to get one yet. So we're gonna pack up the stuff, head down there for the day, just with one single GoPro, and hopefully we can get one of these fish that are absolutely beautiful. So wish me luck. All right, so we made it here. Weather looks really good today, maybe a little bit hot, but I think that we've got everything we need to catch what we're gonna get today. So what I'll do is I'll show you exactly the rig that I'm using. We're going after a specific species of carp today. If anybody has any idea what you think it is, then just let me know in the comments below. And no cheating, don't look to the end of the video, just put it down there now. We're gonna use a hair rig today, so I've got a small hook, a little bit of braid, I've got a swivel, and then a clip, a couple beads, a stopper, a feeder, got a little bread punch, which is actually just a syringe, but just had the end cut off of it. Then we've got like a little crochet hook to pull the hair rig through, and then some stoppers for the bait that goes on the end of the hair rig. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do to make this hair rig is we need to start with a piece of braid. It's pretty simple. You just want to make a normal half hitch knot, wrap that around your finger. If you can, put it through there, and then just simply pull that looped end through. We don't want it too long, maybe the size of like the end of your finger to your first knuckle. I think that should be about good. You can see how long that is. There we go. And with this hair rig set up, we're gonna do a knotless knot on this hook right here. Hold the hook, put your braid down through the top of that eye hole, bring it all the way down until that little loop end is hanging about that far off the end of the hook. Then we're going to wrap it around 7 times, lucky number 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold that, and then put the braid back through that same eye hole again on the top. If you put it through the bottom, it won't work as well. And then pull it tight. Now we've got our hook with the hair rig on the end of it. Now the other end of it, we're going to tie to a swivel. Braid goes through once. Now we want it to only be about 4 inches from there. That's a little bit more, and it'll get longer as we tighten it up. So back through the eye of the swivel. Hold it there again, 7 twists. 5, 6. Ooh, hook stuck in me. 6 and 7. Back through those 2 holes. Okay, and as you cinch this up, it always helps to have it a little bit wet. So just give it a lick. And then you can pull that down, push the knot down right onto the swivel, and it should tighten right up. There we go. Okay, now we've got our hair rig on the hook with a few inches of braid, and then on a swivel, so we can cut this tag end off. Alright, so for the other end here we've got the end of my braid that's coming out of the reel on the rod. First thing we're going to put on there is one of these little stoppers. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so we've got our stopper right there. After the stopper, one of these beads. Bead goes on. Then we go through the feeder. Feeder goes on. One more bead. Okay, and then put on the clip. Same way we did with the swivel. You can always just burn the end of it a little bit. Be careful not to burn the actual line though. Done that before. And our hair rake can go onto that clip. Alright, now we're good to go. So we've got stopper, bead, feeder, bead, clip, swivel, some braid, and then a hair rake. Good to go. Okay, so for our feeder ball bait, we have got 2 kilos of ground up bread, 2 kilos of ground up rice husk, which is called ram here in Thailand, 2 cans of sweet corn, and 1 bottle of pandan leaf flavoring. Okay, in Thailand they call that glin bai tei. Okay, so what we want to do is mix all of this together. It shouldn't be too wet. That looks pretty good to me, right there. Alright, well let's get this bait out in the water. I wonder if anybody can guess what I'm trying to catch yet. I'll give you a hint. It's a type of carp, and it has black stripes on it. So let me know in the comments below what you think it's going to be. Alright, so that's not the carp that I'm trying to catch, but he's still nice, beautiful, common carp who wants to get back in there, so we'll let him go. Get back in there, buddy. Oh, there's another species of carp. That's an Indian carp or rohu carp. Not the one I'm after, but still another nice, beautiful fish. These things fight like crazy, so get him back in the water. Well, the good news is that I can finally show you the fish I came here to catch. The bad news is it was that guy who caught it. Everyone knows Stuart. Nice fish. A bit long, thanks, Tony, if you can. Ready? And he's gone. Right, we got the fire. So that was a Julian's carp. Nice fish, Stuart. So there's another carp again, not the one we're looking for. Another nice common carp. In Thai they call it ba pompui, because they're little fatties. Look at that little belly on them. All right, let's get you back in there. Beautiful fish. All right, so still not the Julian's golden carp that we're going after, but they do call this a carp. It's a Siamese carp, and even though technically they're a barb, they are known as carp, and they are slimy. So you can tell they're a Siamese carp by that little red in their tail. In Thai they call it bakaho. This is a little one. These things can get massive, like in hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So we've had him out for a little bit now. Let's get him back in. Put him in this little sling that we've got here. All right, so we're out of the carp bait. This is the last cast. It's been a great day fishing. Had those few beautiful common carp, but to be honest with you, I'm a little bit heartbroken because the Julian's golden carp that I came for, Stuart caught the frickin' bugger. Yeah, that guy. But we still got one cast left.
Angler from UK.
I asked Stuart what he was using, and he had a special boilie on the end of that, so I asked him for one. Cause deep at heart, he's a nice guy. He gave me one, so we're gonna try this last cast with that. Hopefully we get one, but if not, we'll try for something else. All right, so that's the end of the day. Damn it, I didn't get the Julian's golden carp I was going for. But at least Stuart did, you know, as much as it sucks to have him catch a nice fish like that, at least somebody caught a good fish. And I also had a great time here. So I'm intentionally not telling you too much about where we're at today because in a couple weeks, Stuart and I are going to come back here and do another episode of Two Guys Fishing for Beer. So you'll have to stay tuned for that episode to see what's going to happen. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next time.